Welcome back. September is Animal Pain Awareness Month, and this morning we're taking a closer look at a painful condition that a lot of pets unfortunately live with.
Yeah, we are talking about arthritis, and it's more common for cats and dogs than you might think. So we welcome back our pet health expert, Dr. J from Preventative Vet, to explain. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Oh, we're doing well over here, but yeah, we want to learn a little bit more about this. Obviously, a lot of people have pets at home already, but since the pandemic too, people have gotten a lot of pets at home now too. So how common really is arthritis in our animals?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's really common and common in pets that are much younger than a lot of people might think. So one study found that about 61% of cats over the age of 6 have some x-ray evidence of arthritis, and 90% of cats over the age of 12. In dogs, there is roughly, it's thought about sort of 20 to 25% of dogs are diagnosed with arthritis, but that about 60% actually have x-ray evidence of it.
Wow.
So quite common.
Yeah, and what leads up to it? I mean, is it, animals that are more active? Is it just genetically they get it? I mean, what can cause it?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different causes. There's actually a lot of different types of arthritis, but the most common being osteoarthritis, and that's more of a degenerative process. So typically as they get older and they just are using those joints, and a lot of pets unfortunately are also overweight, so that contributes to it. But there is also a genetic component, depending on the breed, and a nutritional component. So it's what we call multifactorial. But it is very common, and arthritis really just means inflammation of a joint, which anyone out there with arthritis knows is painful.
And obviously our furry friends can't talk to us, so how do we know if our pet might have arthritis?
Yeah, so with dogs, they will frequently, though not always, they'll oftentimes have a limp, and that limp is typically worse. Bless you. That limp is typically worse when they first wake up. When they first get up from laying down, and then they kind of warm up out of it. Cats, though, of course, are masters at hiding pain, and they're not typically as active as dogs. So frequently you won't see a limp in cats. And oftentimes it's there, but it's much more subtle. So with cats, you've got to look for signs like decreased jumping behavior. Maybe they're not going in and out of their litter boxes as they typically would. Maybe they're not grooming as much. Maybe they're hissing or turning aggressive when you try and pick them up or pet them in areas that are painful.
Yeah, no, those are all good signs. I was telling Elise before in the commercial break that I think our old pug probably does have arthritis, and I try to do like a little massage for him, which I think he enjoys. I mean, what are some ways that we can help our arthritic pets?
So the first thing I always caution people is what not to do, because a lot of people understandably want to minimize their pet's pain. Please, whatever you do, do not give them your pain medications, whether they be prescription pain medications or over-the-counter, like Advil, Aleve, Tylenol, aspirin, even doggy aspirin. These things can cause serious, serious problems in our pets. So please always consult with your veterinarian first. And they've got veterinary-specific, much safer pain medications for your cats and dogs that can help. Beyond that, though, because it's not just medications and supplements, weight loss is typically one of the best things you can do for your pet. Safe, effective weight loss can help decrease the pain and pressure on those joints. Jenny, like you said, massage, things like hydrotherapy, laser therapy, things of that nature. There's lots of different things that you can do for your pets that your veterinarian can help you do. The other thing is making sure that your floors aren't too slippery. So using carpet runners, even yoga mats, area rugs. For dogs, there are these great things called Dr. Busby's toe grips, boots, socks, just make it easier for them to get around.
Yeah, because they miss things, and I know our dog slides a lot on our floor. So yeah, and as far as the massage, there are like professional dog massage therapists, right?
Yeah, there are, and they're actually certified canine rehabilitation specialists as well. And your vet can help you get weight off of your cats and dogs safely, because we don't want to do it too abruptly. And sometimes that might require a prescription diet, but also exercising, appropriate exercise in those times, and swimming is one of the best.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's really great. And I think that there's a lot of things that people can, easily change up at home and be more aware of when they kind of play into what their dogs and cats are doing. So thank you so much for that information, Dr. J.
Thank you all. And lots more info at PreventiveVet.com.
Yes, we'll
Okay.
be sure. If you do want to learn more about pet arthritis, we'll have that link for you on Preventative Vet's website. That's going to be at coin.com.